I would like to share with my experience that I often had with the beginners some time ago. When we started practicing Morote Tori, I told the beginner to hold my arm as tight as they wished to control my body. They could adjust Morote grab as they wished. I reminded them, though, that we had Marubashi situation, and I also could do whatever I liked, so they took it into account. The best case is when they have no idea what I'll be doing, because in such situation their approach in holding me is objective, not biased to certain expectations. Nowadays, such situation can be very rare. People usually saw something, they're like prepared. So those were the cases when they hold me with correct Morote Tori. And I performed my Tenkan lead with no problem. They cannot control me. Then I told them to attack me again with Morote Tori, the same attack. What they usually did was readjusting their grab in such a way so that the movement I performed was difficult to accomplish. Technically, they increased the distance between their grabs and positioned their eye grab forearm somewhat perpendicular to my wrist. Of course, with such approach, it is extremely difficult to perform my maneuver. It provided them enough leverage to counter my movement. So they used their experience to improve their control, which is okay, natural to happen. We adapt to the phenomenon we experience. But by doing so, they immediately forget about the Marubashi principle, which is never cancelled. So the game we are going to play now with the second attempt is a totally different game where Uke does not comply with Marubashi principle anymore. Therefore, remember, as Uke, you cannot make a proactive action like this. You do this because you know what I'll be doing, what my reaction will be, but my reaction has not happened yet. Potentially, I can do anything. Therefore, you cannot be proactive, countering my future reaction. This is so common, fundamental mistake of Aikido practice organization. It happens because people naturally adapt to the reactions they experience in the practice. And they start taking such experience into account and forget about the initial input data, which is wrong. The input data of your tech approach is Marubashi situation, not my future reaction, which may not be there. As Uke, do not adjust to the experience of your text. Uke does not have experience. Uke has the calculations of the offense approach without any experience. Each time, with every attempt, as Uke, you have to reset your default settings. Each time is the first time. Adjusting to the factual experience of a technique is a common fundamental mistake in Aikido practice organization. It is not only in Morote Tori, it happens in every technique, constantly with the beginners, and not only with the beginners. Therefore, every Aikido beginner has to do their thinking about the input data of their offense. So, when playing Uke's role in offense, you have to be objective and unbiased to your expectations in each of your offense. You can adjust your offense whatever you like, as far as it assumes unlimited threat, which is the Marubashi principle. Inevitable confrontation with no witnesses. You should know that there is no Aikido game without compliance to Marubashi principle. I would like to end up here but you would probably require a satisfactory closure of this part. So, in the case of my grip fixation, I can do one of the two things. I can perform my atemi movement to demonstrate my student that they are vulnerable to anything else I do besides my Tenkan maneuver, or I can perform Ikkyo Nikkyo techniques with a Gyakyu grip. I extend the fixation by curving back and enter for Ikkyo in Gyakyu harmony, or I take the blade of Uke's Gyakyu grip and perform straight Nikkyo technique as the wrist control movement. But eventually, I do not recommend you to play this game. Such situations should be excluded from your practice because the input data is incorrect for Aikido practice. Remember, you cannot catch the future. What you can change is your reaction to the influences you will experience in the future.